Many of the sports writers on Substack don't have a lot of time. Either they're independent creators who are trying to build something on their own while working a full-time job and having a career, or they're people in legacy media trying to build their independent channels because this job market is absolutely insane. But one thing that they both have in common, they don't have enough time. In this episode, we're going to show you how you can build out your own independent media channel with just 2 hours a week. In our last episode, we talked about the ingredients that you need when you're first starting on Substack as a beginner. This one is a little more specific, but we're going to continue to cook up something on the menu. This one is called the Sports Writers Content Ecosystem. Again, with these episodes, you will also get access to a link that will give you this particular presentation so you can refer to it in the future if you ever need to do that. If it's your first time here, I'm Robbin Marx. I used to work at NBC Sports, vidIQ, #basketball, and honestly, I just get so much joy out of serving sports creators, just helping them along the way on Substack and on social media. So let's dig into this and get started. So the first thing I want to let you know that this is your weekly playbook, the Sports Writers Content Ecosystem, a minimalist system for sports writers on Substack, 2 hours a week, notes that lead to newsletters, the real connection with your readers. Now, the topics that we're going to cover is the ecosystem, the story, lesson, pivot connection, the sports connection, and of course, my favorite, the human connection. So I'll start with a little quote that I have. Let your notes lead you. The newsletter is the main course, but the appetizers tell you what your readers are hungry for. Man, I could go for some daggone hot wings right now. That's so good. Now let's get into it a little bit more. So let's talk about these 4 frameworks. Let's go into the first framework, build your weekly ecosystem. Notes lead, newsletters land. Don't start with the newsletter, start with the notes. So many of us want to just write these long form articles. I understand that's what we do, and those are important. But notes are like one of the greatest opportunities in the digital space right now, and you really need to pay attention to them. So newsletter articles and posts are important, but I would definitely prioritize notes, especially if you're trying to grow on the platform. Your appetizers test what resonates. The main course delivers it at depth. So look at your notes as like the appetizer. You really want to have like a tasting menu of those when people are first getting exposed to your content, right? Think about it like back in the day when we used to go to the mall, and you go to the mall and people would bring out these trays and they would have little samples with toothpicks in them, and you would try the food and you would go around the food court with your friend and get as many snacks as possible. That's what notes are. They're like your appetizers to kind of invite people into your ecosystem. The main course is the post. The main course is the article. That's those long form pieces that you write. So the next piece is pick your angle for the week. What story do you want to tell? What part of the game are readers not seeing? Next, write 3 short notes early in the week. Tease the angle, watch what gets replies and restacks. The note that sparks the most conversation becomes your newsletter. You already know it works. Rotate your focus each week, game analysis, player stories, the business of sport, your take as a fan. So really what I'm doing with this strategy is cooking up notes and using those appetizers, using those breadcrumbs, using those samplers in the mall, right? To really dictate where you're going to go for the week in terms of your long form article. So I'm not saying start from scratch. You might have a little foundation that you've built around those 3 particular notes or those 3 ideas, right? And from there, you can unpack it further once you see what really resonates with your audience, okay? The next framework is the story, lesson, pivot, connect, your writing framework. Every great sports piece starts with a 5-second moment. Pick one, draw the thread, and invite your reader into the conversation. Start with a 5-second moment, a play, a press conference, and a stat maybe that stopped you mid-scroll. Extract the lesson. What does this moment reveal about the sport, the athlete, or the game when no one is watching? And then pivot your reader. Where does this land in their experience as a fan or as a writer? And then connect. End with an invitation, a DM prompt, a community question, a shared memory, not a pitch, but a handshake, a connection. The next framework is the sports connection. These are your craft posts. You show readers how you think, how you report, how you see the game differently. This is what builds trust. Show your reporting process. I watched a film before writing this, and here's what I noticed. Show your coverage angle, the thing everyone else missed, or the question nobody asked after the game. Use timestamp openers. Yesterday, I blank. After the final buzzer, I blank. Last week, I sat down with blank. No call to action needed. When you show your work, readers come to you asking you how you did it. And the last one, my favorite, the human connection. Share yourself. These posts can't be cloned. They're you, the fan who fell in love with the sport long before you had a byline. That's what readers subscribe for. Share the moment you became a sports fan, the game, the player, the feeling in the room. Post your genuine opinion, even when it's unpopular, especially when it's unpopular. Your life outside the press box matters. Family, runs, music, the stuff that has nothing to do with the scoreboard. Don't just tie it back to the business. Be a human, be a person. Readers bond with who you are, not with what you cover. Now let's talk about those appetizers. And I have this little visual here. Appetizers feed the main course. How your notes become your newsletter. Note 1, note 2, note 3 into the main course, the newsletter. And then we have a weekly rhythm here. This is just a sample, but this could definitely work good for you. On Monday, you have a sports note, which shows your process. Number 2, you have a human note, which shares yourself. Another sports note on Wednesday. On Thursday, you drop your newsletter. On Friday, another human note. And then on Sunday, a sports note. You can test this out and move things around to make it work with your flow, your style, your topic or sport. But at the end of the day, having a plan like this will just kind of set you at ease week to week so you're never chasing your tail trying to figure out what you're going to write. And at the end of the day, the main thing that we want to keep in mind is that we're trying to improve the lives of our readers, because that's what it's all about. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any questions? And do you think this is a framework or a strategy that could work for you?